Hello, this is Lynn with Teelie's Fairy Garden, and as promised, we're bringing you our fall mega fairy garden. Now we're going to start off with the scarecrow scene, and this scarecrow has bales of hay and pumpkins and leaves and sticks. It would look fantastic in anyone's fairy garden. Then the next, we're going to run to this little vignette. This is the veggie, I call it the Veggie Delight vignette. It has a white magical fairy pumpkin, and it has a picnic table with crates of veggies and veggies everywhere, pumpkins, acorns, and leaves. Then we're going to go back to the cornstalk. This cornstalk is so adorable. It has a cornstalk, a magical white fairy pumpkin, and a little frog. And it comes with, everything comes on these little rounds, these little wood rounds. So that's our cornstalk. The next is, yes, this is our sweet little wheat fairy. I call her the wheat fairy. Anyway, she's holding a beautiful bouquet of wheat, and then that's an actual handmade fairy basket in the back with baguettes and wine and veggies. And there's also a sunflower and pumpkin and leaves. Very cute. Then the next little vignette we're going to zoom to is, this is the glitter fairy. Now she's sitting by a wonderful pumpkin with glitter on it, and she has a little snail kind of peeking over the edge of the stump, and she comes with pumpkins and leaves. Then we're going to go to the next vignette. We call them fairy vignettes. This fairy vignette is another little scarecrow, but he has an adorable little squirrel friend with acorns and pumpkins, and again, he comes on around. So if you don't have a big fairy garden, one of these little vignettes would be so adorable. And as we zoom around, now this was made out of a fire pit. This was one of my first fairy gardens, so it's a round. So this little fairy scene is stumps of wood and crates and pumpkins and a wonderful pine cone and a squirrel. Of course, the little squirrel. You always have to have a little squirrel in the fall. And acorns and leaves. So, so adorable. Now this little guy, this is a little purple wagon with a squirrel in it, a little bundle of sticks, pumpkins and leaves and acorns. That is adorable. Also the round comes with this little set too. Then this one, I'm telling you, I think this is fairy. It's a fairy Italian little ceramic dish. It's actually ceramic. It looks Italian. It is so adorable. The dish just makes the whole scene, I think. But this comes with a little table, the little baby pumpkins, the mushrooms, and the leaves. The whole set comes together. So adorable. Then, this is actually not a fairy set. This is the gnome. I call it the gnome wheelbarrow, because as you know, the gnomes do all the gardening for the fairies. Those fairies have it pretty good. So this is a beautiful yellow wheelbarrow with pumpkins, a rake with a leaf on it, acorns and leaves, and that is just the sweetest little scene for any fairy garden. Just adorable. Then the next is, I call it the squirrel scooter. There's a little fall scooter with pumpkins, and there's a little squirrel, and you can get him to ride the scooter. And there's acorns and pumpkins, and this is absolutely stunning. I love that little scene is so cute. Then we're zooming in, and now if you have just a little terrarium, and in your house or in your living room, this is just the sweetest little squirrel, and he would look so adorable in a little terrarium or a little teacup fairy garden. Just adorable. And a lot of these would look good in a teacup fairy garden or a little terrarium. And he comes with his pumpkin and his acorn and his leaves. And now I'm going to give you the overall view of all this mega fairy garden. Now we've made little vignettes throughout to show you that you don't just have to put one little item in your fairy garden, that you can go and put a variety in. And So we're going to kind of just zoom around so you can kind of just get the look of who is where and where is who.